Hello everyone. In this video we are going to look at simplifying ratio. Okay? Now many ratios can be written with smaller numbers, and that is exactly what we want to do. And that process is called simplifying ratio or writing ratio in their simplest form. I'm going to start very simple with an easy one. We would like to simplify 15 to 9. Okay? 15 to 9. Some of us can look at this ratio and immediately tell what the answer will be. However, one of the steps we can follow is to find factors of 15, factors of 9, identify the greatest common factor, divide by that greatest common factor. All of this isn't necessary once you have mastered the concept. So if I'm to write the factors of 15, I will write 1 by 15 and 3 by 5. So the factors of 15 are 1, 3, 5, and 15. My factors of 9 are 1 by 9 and 3 by itself. So factors of 9 are 1, 3, and 5. I then look for the GCF, or what we call the greatest common factor. That is the largest number that we see both places. In this case, our GCF is 3. Okay? The next step is to divide 15 and divide 9 by 3. 15 and 9. 3 goes into itself once, and it goes into 15 5 times. 3 goes into itself once, and it goes into 9 3 times. Therefore, we can say that 15 to 9, when simplified or written in its simplest form, we will get 5 to 3. Okay? Let us look at another one. We have 8 to 36. What is the GCF? The greatest common factor. How many times does 8 go into itself? Does it leave a remainder? 8 into 36, does it leave a remainder? 8 into itself is 1. 8 into 36 is 8 into 36. All right. My GCF in this case is 4. All right. 4, because 4 goes into 8. 4 goes into 8 and 4 goes into 36, leaving me with 0 remainder. I want a number that will give me 0 remainder. So let's go. 4 into 8. 4 into itself once. 4 goes into 8 2 times. 4 into itself is 1, and 4 into 36 is exactly 9 times. Now I can use 4 because I got 0 remainder in both cases. 2 to 9. Now, there is no further reducing because there is no number other than 1 that goes into both of them, and we cannot use 1. We will need a larger number in order to divide. So I skipped one step, as you may see from the previous one. I showed you how to find the factors of each of the numbers. Then we found the greatest common factor and we simplify before we got our answer. In this case, I did not show you all those steps, but they are applicable once you are at the learning stage. 8 goes into itself once, it goes into 36, but it leaves a remainder. So we cannot use 8. So I go lower, I look at 4. 4 goes into 8 twice, and it leaves me with a remainder of 0. 4 goes into 36 9 times, and it leaves me with a remainder of 0. That is why I use my greatest common factor as 4. I then divide each of the parts of my ratio by the greatest common factor. Once I divide and I do so correctly, I will get my answer, which is 2 to 9. Students, I need for you to look and be careful, because in some cases we may reduce. And when we look, we realize that we can reduce further. For example, an example, 12 to 48. Some students might say 2 is the greatest common factor. Let us look. I divide by 2, okay? 2 goes into itself 1 time, it goes into 12 6 times. 2 goes into itself once, it goes into 48 24 times. Now I have 6 and 24. Do you believe I can go further, or I cannot reduce any further? It is already in simplest form. If you said yes, I can reduce, you are correct. I can use another number. Another child might say, let us use 2 again. Yes, we can use 2 again. Let us look. 2 and 2. 2 goes into 6 3 times, and 2 goes into 24 12 times. I now end up with 3 to 12. Let us look. Is there a factor higher than 1 that goes into 3 and 12, leaving 0 remainder? Yes, there is. We can use 3. 3 goes into itself once. 3 goes into 12 4 times. And this will give us an answer of 1 to 4. So we can say 12 to 48 is 1 to 4. Again, it is whatever method you deem appropriate and simple for you to use. That is what I will encourage you to use. Okay? We can recap those we did. Our first one, where we found all of the parts and then we simplify. Our second one, we guessed and we checked to find our GCF. And the third one, we decided that we are going to reduce by just thinking of any common factor, and we reduce until we cannot reduce anymore.